Please welcome to the stage Ian Schafer, CEO of Deep Focus, and Kelly Colbert, Senior Director, Strategic Advertising and Social Media, WellPoint.
Hi guys. So I'm Ian Schafer, and
I'm Kelly Colbert.
this is Kelly. And so we're going to talk to you a little bit about something that we've probably been working on for a few years. And it's really exciting for us to actually be able to bring it to you guys today. It's the culmination of a lot of hard work. So if we can get the presentation, perfect. Thank you. So we're going to talk to you today about something called WellPower. And it's incredibly social in nature, and it's really, my opinion, going to help transform the relationships that a large company has with its customers. So, real excited to be here with Kelly. And so, Kelly, take it away.
So Brian talked about this earlier. We started with kind of what was the problem we were trying to solve. And the problem we were trying to solve is consumers. I work for a health company. Consumers were not involved enough in their health. We had the uber engaged who were using MapMyFitness and Runkeeper and obviously all the great Nike products, but we had a huge part of our consumer population that were doing healthy things but didn't identify as healthy consumers. So we wanted to create a way for them to get credit for the things they were doing, be inspired to do more, and actually spread the behaviors to other parts of their social network. So that was the kind of the genesis of WellPower. My company is probably not thought of as the most consumer-centric company on the planet. I work for a series of blue plans at the core, but we have relationships or investments, or we've bought some of the companies that you see here. 1-800-CONTACTS, I think, most people would consider to be a pretty consumer-friendly company. If you go to their website, their customers rave about what they're doing. So we, as an acquirer, wanted to take a cue from what some of these companies were doing really, really well. So that's kind of the universe and the inspiration for becoming more focused on the consumer. So what we did first is we kind of stepped back and we took an inventory of how we were engaging with our consumers. And we saw that, quite honestly, we swarmed them. We gave them too much love. The consumer's in the center, and all of these are touch points that we mapped that were targeted to our consumers. Overwhelming, very one-dimensional, very one-way, and not very social in nature. So we stepped back, as I said, and we thought about how do we use the research we saw from Christakis and Fowler that shows that health behaviors do actually travel through communities. How do we give these health behaviors a way to travel?
So one of the other things that that we're looking at in the context of actually, excuse me, in the context of the consumer, is that basically people are already actually taking steps to track their progress, and it's independent of their communities. It's usually on their own. They might be using one of these Nike Fuel bands, which mine is broken and has to be replaced. But but they're actually tracking all of their progress, and I believe the prior folks were talking about this. So whether it's Nike Fuel Band, whether it's software like Runkeeper, and people are already keeping track of this. But one of the things that we know is that not only are they keeping track of all of their running or related physical activity, but they're also sharing it. And they're sharing their progress, and they're posting it to their Facebook timeline, either actively or passively. This is a behavior that they're already doing together to stay healthy. So you just slow down on the slide progression. It feels like it's really hyper. All right, cool. So by posting this information to Facebook timeline generally, people are not only, recording their progress for posterity, but they're also sharing it with other people. And the notion of posting things to your Facebook timeline and sharing it with your social network encourages people to think a certain way about who you are, right? So if you're leading a healthy lifestyle, you want to be able to share with people that you're leading a healthy lifestyle. And that's primarily a very narcissistic way to look at it. We like to be healthy so we can tell other people that we are healthy. People aren't usually quiet about being vegan. I don't know, it's what I've noticed. So people do share this information. It says a lot about who they are, right? And so one of the things that we knew is people, though, were actually using and sharing these pieces of hardware and software across a lot of different platforms. We thought there had to be a way to certainly unify that data and do it in a way to open this activity up to people that were, say, not like the top 1% of runners in their high school. People that were that wanted to be more active, but were not there already and needed that little extra push. And this is something that Facebook as a property has really landed on too. I mean, you'll see in the last couple of years, Facebook has forced some activities in your timeline, and 2 of those are organ donation, right? So someone did declare that they were going to donate an organ that, yes, that might appear affixed at the top of the timeline and kind of forced in there in the hopes that other people will see it and take that similar action. They also did it recently with voter registration, right? And so we know that, in many ways that birds of a feather do flock together, and people that share certain passionate interests can influence those that share those passionate interests to take similar actions. So all of those insights went into the development of something that we call WellPower. And so now we'll go to the next slide.
So I think what's interesting to note here is, right, so we came up with all these insights, we looked at the research, we looked at the behavior, and you come up with a feature set, right? And you have product specs, and you have this feature set, and it's very neat, and it's about developing it. If only. We put that feature set out to the social graph and said, this is right? And quite disruptively, they said, a lot of this is right, but we don't care about this, this, and this. And these were actually top features, quite honestly, of the product. I think it was daily challenges. We thought that these uber-engaged consumers would want to be challenging each other every single day around their healthy goals. And they said, actually, no. We want to know a little bit more about me. Can you tell more about me and what I'm doing right, and can you give more detailed data? So that was a bit of a surprise, and we actually had to tweak the product to accommodate that.
Yes, and the product's constantly being tweaked. So you guys are going to get the first look at this product. So if we can go back to the presentation, which seems to want to go away.
We can sing.
Oh, well,
Want to sing?
We can sing. It's hard to reenact this video in particular. So hopefully, is there anyone back there that's manning the presentation? It's just the next slide with the presentation. Okay, next slide, please.
We set out to discover more about people's healthy habits. So we asked them, how do you stay fit?
I joined the Y, actually.
He rides his bike to Brooklyn every day to work.
For me, kind of walking around in New York City as much as I can.
Are you meeting your health goals?
No, I try to.
I really don't keep track of my healthy activity.
Would encouragement from your friends and family help?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Kind of you have this community of people that you're sort of, doing that together with. I think that's always helpful.
Your community is a huge influence on your health. So why not harness the power of your online community to get and stay healthy? Introducing WellPower, a social way to look at health. You're already liking, checking in, and using apps on Facebook. Now WellPower is there to cheer you on. We'll let you know where you stand and keep your community in the know. Get motivated and score extra points with goals. Just pick one, invite some friends, and WellPower does the rest. Earn more points and test your knowledge with quizzes. Feeling good? Go head-to-head with a friend. You'll discover new ways to stay fit and get to brag about it. As you get healthier, come back to update your profile. Earn points faster as you watch yourself improve. WellPower on Facebook. Let's get healthier together.
So, one of the things that we wanted to focus on here is that this actually rewards you for things that you're already doing. So it's actually, once you start with this, literally, which is as easy as clicking a button and maybe answering just a couple of questions, the same kind of questions you would ask when you're setting up, say, your fuel ban, for example. It's basically listening to the activity that you're already doing. And yeah, you could take quizzes and, and do challenges and set goals. But for people that are already posting physical activity, it's listening for that in your newsfeed. For people, I think even more interestingly, is that for people that are actually partaking in something that is educational about physical fitness and health-related activities. If they're sharing a story from Men's Health, for example, that's going to show up and that's going to contribute to your score too. Because what we know is, again, getting healthy is not just about the physical activity that you do as an individual, but it's about actually sharing that activity with other people and helping the people around you get healthy too. So if we tab over to the browser, you can actually see this live, actually, which is exciting and always. I'm always asking for a miracle with presentation, much less the internet. But so this is the galaxy of some sort.
This is the fitness galaxy.
This is the fitness galaxy. Are we going to be able to get to the browser that was there, that was queued up? Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret. There we go. So the resolution is a little high, but you can see basically. So this is what someone would look. This is literally what someone would look at right when they log into this and input their just literally basic information like height and weight, and that's all you need to really get started. So what you see here is obviously we're in the early stages. We're literally launching this today for you guys in a closed beta. But you'll see that, for example, Sandy, has, a well power score. She's been doing a lot of great activity. That's better than 93% of the people that she's connected to on Facebook that have also participated in this app. So if we go over to the tracker, you can actually see your progress in graphical form, which is coming, I believe, if the internet lets us. There we go. So yes, so you can actually see things happen literally by day, and you could see all the health-related activities that you're doing, again, across all the apps that you're already using. So this doesn't ask you to do anything new other than maintain the progress that you're already making to get to getting healthier and fitter. So and you could see everything here has a point score. The algorithm behind those is quite proprietary. But the idea is, again, to reward you for all the positive steps you're taking to getting better health.
And as we kind of look at, what's the business problem we're looking to solve, we know that health is based on the daily activities. It's not just sort of twice a year going to a doctor's office or getting checkups, things like that. But encouraging people to realize that their health is really based on those daily activities is really solved by this app. I think also demystifying the actions. There's lots of great products out there that have points and different algorithms and so on, which are important. But this tells you specifically what you did to get points. You checked in at yoga, you went to Whole Foods, you went to a farmer's market, and so on. You can also compare yourself against a high score and see exactly what they did to get that high score. So it's very actionable, it's less mysterious, and more easy to duplicate.
Yep. So if you go back to the presentation, which is actually working. So so this thing is literally a work in progress, and it requires help from literally everybody that's using it to help make it better. We're going to be reacting to all of the ways that people use it. That, of course, always happens with software development. You never know how far it's going to be pushed until people actually push it. So we're treating it as such. So what you'll see over the next few weeks and months that are going to happen, and even days, and even today, you'll see analyzing your status updates. So if you post something that we determine is semantically positive about your health and physical fitness, you're going to get credit for that. The healthy pages and links you like, which is actually already in there, we're going to be keeping track of that and making score. The health, we're going to be adding new apps to this that actually plug into it, and that we'll be listening for in the newsfeed. We'll be looking at an expanding roster of partners that are going to be contributing to this over time, and we're going to be adding new places and categories of places that you check into on Facebook or mention to reward you as well. So yeah, and of course there will be certainly integration into the health programs at the WellPoint companies as well. So we might be looking at rewards downline, actual rewards downline, providing additional fitness tools, and of course easy access to the member services that WellPoint offers. So really exciting. You guys are in, I'm going to do the Oprah. You're in a beta, so you're all going to get postcards. So when you walk out of here, please, because there is a break after this. I'm getting played off like keyboard cat, but there are going to be people standing at every door with postcards that you'll be able to get. Each one has a unique beta access code. So please give this a shot. Try it. Enjoy it. Let us know what could be changed in a couple of weeks when in its full launch. You guys will be at the top 1% of everybody in there. So thank you very much for your
There's
time.
a limited supply too, right?
And
They have to
there's-
run, they can't walk.
Yeah, there's a limited supply, so please do make sure you get it. So hurry up into that break. All right. Excellent. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you.